How you guys doing? Welcome to part 7 of this update. I'll go and set this off with Gutter Balls, and I just have to say that this is easily one of the most brutal, graphically violent movies I've ever seen, period. It basically revolves around these two rival bowling teams. One team consists of all dudes, and another team is mostly females with two dudes and a cross-dresser. But anyway, to make a long story short, they don't like each other very much for different reasons. Two of the dudes get into a fight. But anyway, the night goes on. One of the girls on one of the teams actually forgets her purse at the end of the night after the bowling alley is closed up, so she decides to go back in and try and find her purse. She looks downstairs, doesn't find it, so she goes upstairs to the game room, and that's where some shit happens. I'm not going to say what, because it's a pretty big spoiler. But anyway, the next night, surprisingly, she comes back, but she's understandably more quiet. She's wearing sunglasses. But anyway, the night goes on, the two teams, talking shit to each other, jawing at each other. Everything's going like exactly the night before, minus the fight. But only this time, when someone goes to get a drink or get something to eat or do some random fucking in the bathroom, they don't come back. They get picked off one by one, two by two, and that's pretty much the story. But there's more to it than that. The ending has kind of a twist in it. I saw half of it coming, but the other half I wasn't really expecting. And just overall, this is a really, really brutal movie. And the sex scenes in this are pretty graphic. You're basically watching porn. You're seeing dude schlongs. You're seeing a chick go down on a dude in the bathroom. That's a pretty cool death scene, by the way. But see a dude get his schlong cut in half. It's nuts. And I highly recommend this to people that are fans of just extremely brutal movies, and are fans of those grindhouse movies from the 70s and 80s. And fellas, if you're thinking about watching this with your lady, I don't know, maybe it's not that might not be the best of ideas, unless of course she's down with watching all this type of shit. But I don't know. It's just it's a really extreme movie, over the top in every way. It actually has some decent special features too. Director's commentary, which I haven't gotten around to watching, but definitely will, because I really want to hear what he has to say. And then a behind the balls making of Gutter Balls commentary. That's definitely another one I'm gonna have to watch too. But yeah, highly recommend it if you like graphic and extremely violent movies. Some really good kills in this, really interesting kills in this. But highly, highly recommended. And next up we have The Sender, another excellent movie. This is about this kid who actually tries to commit suicide, but fails. He ends up in a mental institution, and one of the psychiatrists that tries to help him discovers he has sort of a telepathic power. He can actually make the outside world make the outside world see his dreams, so they can see what he's dreaming. They can see what visions he's having in his head, and it's like it affects them until he stops dreaming, and then everything goes back to normal. I don't know, it's really strange. It's kind of a different take on people with telekinetic powers or whatever. But definitely, I was pleasantly surprised with this movie. This is another one of those movies that was in that book I keep name checking, Fangoria's 100 Best Horror Films You've Never Seen. And it definitely is the movie that not a lot of people talk about, but I'd highly recommend it if you like movies in the same vein, I guess Carrie, not really the same, but I mean, they both involve someone with, telepathic powers and telekinesis, stuff like that. So, definitely check this out. And then we have a really disturbing movie, but unintentionally funny in parts, The Baby. It's basically about this grown-ass man baby named Baby who lives with his two sisters and his mother. And there's a social worker that comes along and tries to save Baby, and she tries to take steps to get him to develop into like a normal, like, adult. At least that's what they lead you to believe at first. But yeah, this is one of the most disturbing movies I've seen on a lot of different levels. Not really graphic. I mean, there's some violence in it, like especially towards the end, but not extremely graphic. It's just really disturbing because of the subject matter. And there's a scene in this with a babysitter who's actually babysitting the grown-ass man baby, and the man baby decides he wants to breastfeed. He wants the babysitter to breastfeed him, and so just imagine a grown-ass man baby breastfeeding. I mean, that's some image, and imagine changing a grown-ass man baby's diaper. I'm sorry, but that's the kind of shit you see in this movie. But if you're a fan of like just really disturbing psycho group type movies, definitely pick this up. I picked this up on Amazon for about $3.99 or so, which is kind of funny because I saw it at FYE for $25, and I was kind of tripping because I thought it was rare, and I almost spent $25 on this. But the DVD itself is not worth $25 because there's not even a fucking menu screen on here or a chapter selection or anything. It's just bare bones. But very good movie. The transfer is actually really good on this too, by the way. But very, very surprising movie, very disturbing. Kind of a twist ending as well. So definitely pick this up. Again, I found it on Amazon for $3.99. So if you're looking for it, I would check there. And then next up we have Baby Blood. This is a foreign horror film. Basically about this woman, this creature, or this parasite crawls up into her body and is basically trying to be born. It talks to her and kind of convinces her to feed on blood. So of course, to do that, she has to murder people or find different ways to get blood. And it's a very bloody movie, very disturbing, just very weird. Very weird film. Not a lot of people actually mention this, but very gory and highly recommended as well. There's a DVD, a little insert. Check it out. And then we got a Stuart Gordon joint called Dagon, and it says here Gordon's best film since Reanimator. I'm gonna say his best film since From Beyond, or one of his better films. Really enjoyed it. It's basically about this couple. They get shipwrecked. Their boat hits a big ass like rock formation, and so the dude has to go to this town, and he discovers there's something not quite right with the people there. At first he doesn't see anybody, but then he actually discovers there's people there, and the people actually start to kind of hunt him down, but he doesn't know why yet, but he eventually finds out. And these people aren't really people. They're like half human, half sea creatures that worship this, I guess, sea god known as Dagon. But yeah, some really graphic parts in it. There's a scene where a guy gets his face cut off, ripped off. Pretty cool. Sorry about that. Definitely check this out if you're into Stuart Gordon's movies and really just strange creature type movies, monster flicks, I guess. Definitely recommended. I'll go ahead and stop this video here and stay tuned for part 8. Peace.